So, look, they say like honesty is the best policy, and like I think it's probably the case because I can like do stuff like vlog and talk honestly rather than having to be all shifty and shady and hide while vlogging, like, or like getting some secure VPN to some server to like stream vlog, so it's like auto encrypt like on right. So I don't know, like I'm just longboarding here at Browns Bay, upside down vlog or something, and I feel like it's pretty chill that I can do this. Like I wasn't really planning on doing this earlier, and like I reasoned my way here to doing this, and it feels pretty good and healthy and free and stuff, like because I was just planning on doing what I was doing in order to end up here. It's like sailing really, and so it's kind of like pick your destination and sail there, and like don't cut off more than you can chew, or like don't bite off more than you can chew, it's kind of like just have a gentle sail through your day like a fucking salesman and enjoy your life. It's like do whatever's clever. After you've done that, assess what you want to do and feel good about healthiness plus reality as well. And I feel like ultimately it makes good sense to use your mind along with your understanding of things like pen testing and language plus information salience and sensitivities like proprioception, like neurological functioning and reasoning. Also, like you perpetuate what you invest into, like with your time, money and energies and stuff. And I feel like the books that I have bought, like the concepts that maybe the authors have made, like that neuroception one, it's like proprioception but information to your cognition and examinable information that you can analyze and use language to ascertain, and like you can criticize it as well in terms of critical analysis and finding ways to make use of the things readily available to you as well. Like I'd say all information, like your brain where it's oxygen. I guess alchemy can be looked at as using oxygen to convert pain to information, and I feel like it's a little bit like rain helping trees to grow. And I honestly do think it's pretty accurate to look at information as currency, because it's like talking as a conversation trading, like business. So also I want to see I want to see a lot of people using that real hustler debt tool, like .dat, like data, like .dat. Like got any hustler debt on Easy Eats for like good food prices, like healthy and like good competitive, good value, any good sales, and like just the idea of like a real hard 64 megabyte flash drive full of hustler debt from a real good hustler that you trust. He's like fucking onto it and gives you heaps of value that way. They'd be mad. How much would that be worth, and like to who? It's like the notion of pricing goods. It shows like not much I don't know, respect or care for your customer in terms of like having a cookie cutter type pricing strategy. It's not really like, it's not very personal, in terms of emotional connection and stuff. Anyways, I'll probably upload this vlog. It was pretty chill, pretty opportunistic, and maybe opportunistic behavior leads to capitalizing on opportunities and maybe maximizing the value you can have in terms of a transaction or like the results you take. Like you get out what you put in. So if you can look at going through your day in a goal-oriented way, like sailing, then like that's just useful as a metaphor. And what are metaphors for? Like understanding reality, making decisions, deciding, because ultimately, to draw from Solomonov induction theory, and sequential decision-making theory. I feel like ultimately you want to be making decisions optimally, always, continually and continuously. And I feel like basically it makes sense to use something like a musical ear. Like if you have a musical ear, if you give yourself auto-hypnosis, like auto-suggestions, and you tell yourself that you actually have a musical ear, then that's chill, and it may like open up opportunities for you, like potential opportunities. You know, you may start being like thinking like a musician in terms of your identity and what you ascribe yourself to do in terms of capacities and capabilities. Like, are you able to make music? Can you hear things? And like, I feel like it's so, in terms of humans being able to accomplish anything with the same strategies as the humans they are hoping to like emulate or like have similar levels of success in terms of like modeling, you know. So I feel like ultimately playing things by ear is a good way to look at things like a salesman. And you know, I think I'm a great businessman, I hope. Even as an auto-hypnotic, like auto-suggestion, like hopefully that checks out. And so I feel like I am quite musical as well, and like just playing things by ear and doing whatever sounds good at the time is like a good way to make decisions, I feel like, as a businessman, as a business person, to be honest.